Hey YouTube, it's Indiana James here. This is my first time making a video uh, outside of WoW, and so here we go. Beta, things we can get and do, and then Hearthsteel are going to be the topics of this morning. And the sad part is, currency's okay, but then it's not Hearthsteel, and we'll get there. This is the WoW forums. First of all, beta. Um, Battle.net desktop app, make sure it's on, updated, installed. Pick the drop-down play menu, go to beta, and then install it, and then make a character or copy and import, and enter. Woohoo! What's available in the beta? Expansion, introduction, 81 to 90, all zones, Silvermoon City Hub, Allied Race, Aranir. Ooh, I hate Demon Hunter, so they're in it. Erator's Journey, 8 new dungeons, new challenges, 11 delves. Prey. Prey doesn't seem like it's gonna be fun because like you're gonna start out like this is a map. You're gonna start out up here and you get the prey guy and it's gonna tell you to go in this area and you're gonna fight and kill things and then they'll pop up. So it's not gonna be like random where you're I don't know on the other continent and all of a sudden they try to come out and kill you. Sad. Could have been cool if it was more RNG type random, but it's not. I don't think. Um, new activities. Where you're looking to challenge, you just want a little more exploration. New activities that will sure appeal to many players. Whatever. That's very broad and doesn't give a lot of things. Talent updates. Talent updates are a constant thing. We always go through talent updates. We always go and get nerfed, I guess you could say, the characters do with stat squishes and talent changes and the removal of things. And it is what it is. People can get all angry. Oh, we're being, you know, what do you call it? Like made useless and it's not fun. Well, we always go through this. Every 5, 10 years we go through this, and then in expansion or two, we're right back to where we were when it comes to button bloat and all that bullshit. Housing endeavors. That's the big one. That's the big thing that I need to know because my guild, as you know, is small, way small. You apparently need 8 on the alpha. It was 8 people, active paying subscribers, in order to make a guild neighborhood, and they had to stay subscribing, and everything. I think that's shit. I think it needs to be lower for smaller guilds such as myself with 5 people in it, but it's not right now. So we have to figure out what that's going to be. The endeavors are going to be fun because that's how you level up your housing. Um, oops. Let's see. New player. Um, Returning experiences and UI updates. Now, UI updates and add-ons. They have loosened the restrictions on add-ons and things in the last build that they made, and so that's pretty good. We may see LVUI be able to come back. I don't use add-ons. My sons run mythic content as a healer and a tank, and they don't use add-ons. They do just fine. My son is a really good healer. He doesn't use any heal anything. He's UI base only, as it is now, not with what Blizzard's putting in. So you're going to be able to go through and play the game. You should without any add-ons. Update transmog, Mythic Plus dungeons, Midnight Season 1 dungeons, update tier, upper tier delves. That's fine. Pre-purchase World of Warcraft Midnight. Adventure is calling. Cool. Awesome. Players selected to participate will get an email. Sign up now. I'm not going to sign up. I have no intention of ruining the expansion just to go play through it once. Alright, mounts in Data Mind in Midnight Alpha Phase 6. This was posted 2 days ago, so I'm a little late on that. I'm turning off the music so I can concentrate. Um, New mount models. Oh, but so I know someone's gonna ask. This song is called Spiegel. I'm Spiegel. Um, if you watch the recent oh my God, monster show on Netflix, I forgot what it was called. Ed Gein, that song was in it, and I heard it, and it was pretty cool. All right, mounts. Rooster, Grimlynx, Vibrant Petalwing, which is a cool bird. Um, Winter Bark Pango, drop in Zulamana, rare creature. Shadow Pine Bear. This is interesting. Um, this is the Amani War Bear, and or the Amani Battle Bear, but different colors. Um, the only thing I hate about this mount is this stupid thing on its eyeballs. You can't see, and it looks like crap. It looks like a freaking football helmet or something, or a shoulder pad or whatever on its face. Um, let's see, Hex Eagle mount. Amani Pangolin. I'm sorry, but and this is the new 600. You get 600 mounts through that. Um, 600 mounts, you get this void owl thing, which is a reskin. Kind of sad, but okay. This is ugly. I don't care about the storm ray. It drops in void storm rare creatures. And then this Mantis thing, Glory of the Midnight Delver. Not sure if I like that. Kind of dumb. Anyway, and I'm a hunter, so hunter taming items for these. Trials of the Flora Fawn Hunter. Used to tame Highlander's native Flora Fawn. Flora Fawn is like plant animals, which is cool. There's Nibbles. I don't think it's going to be that big. I really don't. That's kind of dumb. I don't think that's going to be that big. Devil Saptors. There are other things. Grove Crawlers, Petalwings, Thorn Moths, Saptors, Mandragores, Potatodes, Chlorochlorosis. Sounds like a damn nursing term. Chlorochlorosis. And Devil's Raptor. Devil Saptors. That's probably a Devil Saptor. I don't think they're going to be that big. I really don't. Anyway, getting on to that. Those are the tameable um, Flora Hunter, and you got to get that thing Bindwind picked up. Um, I'm guessing it drops rares in Herendar. Okay, all right. So now we're on to the decorations and decor decorations and the cash shop um, new currency Hearthsteel. So some people on my channel went and basically said that um, I'm like a Blizzard spokesperson or something. I'm not a Blizzard spokesperson. I don't make any money off these videos. I don't know how to make any money off these videos. I don't know how many views you need to make money off these videos. I don't know anything about YouTube and videos and making money. Or Twitch when I do stream, by the way. On my days off in the mornings, you probably see me streaming. I don't make money off any of this crap, so I'm not a spokesperson for anybody. I know someone made the comment, well, you called out asmongold just to get click views. For what? What am I going to benefit by calling out anybody? I don't make money off this stuff. Okay? And let's face it, anyone who does make money off this stuff, obviously, we could all use more sources of income, just like Blizzard. And because of that, yeah, some people may call out people. I call out people when they make videos on shit they don't even participate in. That's my problem. You know, I'm not going to make a video on Star Wars: The Old Republic. Why? Because I don't freaking play the game anymore. Haven't for years. Was the game crap when I was in it? Yeah. I ran Soa, one of the very first raid bosses. Killed it in like the first week. Um, it was so damn buggy. Like it was terrible. It was one of the most terrible, one of the most buggiest shit I've ever gone through. Right, and then a lot of the combat in the game was buggy as hell, and clipping and all this other stuff everywhere and everything you put on. So yeah, it was a terrible game. It really was. Um, and so I'm not going to comment on that because I don't play it anymore. If you don't play World of Warcraft, why the fuck are you talking about it? Why are you going through the options of talking about it and doing things about the game when you don't even play it? You know, if you don't like WoW and you don't like what they're doing or whatever, then don't. Then don't. Just leave it alone. Leave it to someone like me or other people who are more known to talk about World of Warcraft, the game that we all love playing, and I do too. Okay, so that's why I called out asmongold, whatever his name is. I don't. I love his name, but I can't say it right. Asmongold. I think. Is the guy nice? Yes. There's nothing wrong with Asmongold. I don't have any problem with Asmongold. I think he's a great person, actually. I think he's nice. Um, I think he has a little bit of an ego, to be honest with you, on there about the whole, oh, I do this and my boys and all this weird talk. My boy, pet peeve of mine. I can't stand that talk. I can't stand that shit. I'm gonna buy people he said recently, I buy my friends these big giant packs. Cool. I'm glad that you're able to do that, and it's great. But again, in general speaking, I think Asmongold's a nice person. But I'm gonna call him out when he says things that aren't necessarily true. Okay. And he said, oh, I'm laughing at people who said that it wasn't going to be this way, it wasn't going to be that way, and Wowhead was right. Well, of course, Wowhead was right, and then people were wrong. But the fact is those people were not wrong at the time. They weren't wrong at the time. There was no confirmed 100% uh, stamped, approved, confirmed saying that that currency was going to be what it is today. Wasn't confirmed. So you can't sit there and talk shit on people because it wasn't confirmed yet. Okay. So now we're going to get back to, the next part of it. Other people have commented and said, "Oh, you don't what'd they say? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay. Brain's not working right this morning. Um anyway, skip that part. This is what's going to be on the housing decoration. Less than 1% of housing decor items are currently flagged for as shop sources. Less than 1%. So there's like 1,800 items or something. So like less than 1% of that. Cherry blossom stuff. I agree that all this should be able to be purchased except the trees. Those are Pandaren items. They should be gotten in Pandaren, period. All this other crap, it's ugly anyway. Spring garden gnome. Again, ugly. I have no intention of getting any of that crap. None. Lion plushie. Um, player race and class fantasy won't be sold. Well, Blizzard, you already fucked up on that one. Uh, this, these are clearly These just the trees are those are in Mista Pandaria. That's you shouldn't be selling those on the cash shop. That's Mista Pandaria stuff. Okay. All right. As far as these plushies concerned, great. You can get a lion and a wolf plush. That's cool. All right. Hearthstone. Hearthsteel. Hearthstone. All right. Latest thing on the WoW forums regarding Hearthstone is that the oh, where did it go? Hearthsteel outrage, and there was another one a little bit down below. Hearthsteel boycott. I've commented on both. The problem I'm having with people is that they are jumping to the conclusion that this is bad for World of Warcraft because we are paying for a subscription, so there's no reason to need to be able to purchase these things at an extra cost. Yes and no. I would agree more so, okay, um, if it was just being able to be purchased by money, okay. And my last video, someone commented and said, you didn't even explain how tokens work. Okay, all right. You buy a token, you use the token, and you have two options right now, which is converting it into 30 days of game time, or putting it as $15 on the Blizzard wallet or whatever. The third options later on is in midnight is going to be able to use it to turn into Hearthsteel. We don't know how much Hearthsteel. We don't know how much items are going to cost with Hearthsteel. There are two ways they can go with this Hearthsteel. One, they could say, okay, this item is 600 Hearthsteel, and each pack you buy is 500 Hearthsteel. So you automatically have to buy two packs. You get 1,000 Hearthsteel. You use 600, and now you have four sitting there. Okay, it's that's the more predatory way of doing it, or however it is, right? Or you buy 500 Hearthsteel and you can get two items, and then you have and they're $400, 400 Hearthsteel, and then you have 100 left, right? So you automatically think, well, I just wasted 100 because there's nothing that can be bought with only 100, so now I got to buy another pack, and you keep the thing going. That's the predatory way of doing it. Okay, the non-predatory way is saying buy this pack for 500, and you can buy 500 of, I don't know, all these items put together, and then you equal out to 500, right? So you're using all of the Hearthsteel and you're getting maximum amount of stuff. A one for one deal. It's not the predatory way. And for anybody to sit there, and especially asmongold, if you sit there and say, well, it's going to be the predatory way. No, we don't know that yet. While that can be, and I'm admitting it can be that way, we don't know. We don't know. The the funny part of all of this, and I've asked, and no one can seem to give me an answer, if it's such a big deal for having this new currency in the game, if it's not the predatory way, and it's the regular way. You buy 100 Hearthsteel, you can buy 100 Hearthsteel worth of crap, okay? One for one. Why is it such a problem if I can use my in-game gold to generate that? If this was a clearly free-to-play in-game currency situation like all the other games, it's going to be predatory, and you wouldn't even be able to use in-game currency at all to buy it. You would have to use your wallet. Have to. Okay? That isn't the case here. You're kind of losing momentum here because I can go and I can buy all of it with gold. Now, sorry to say, but gold falls off trees nowadays, man. It's so freaking easy to make gold. I made 1,000,000 gold in a month. 1,000,000. It wasn't hard. And you know how I did it? By playing the game. It wasn't a farm. I didn't have to farm for 8 hours a day. I didn't have to farm for 5 hours a day. I I leveled up. I leveled up from 70 to 79 with mining. Okay, and I sold all that ore while I'm and that's how I chose to level, right? And I had 1,000,000 gold. I also was working on my Pandaria farm. I was working on the tiller's reputation, and I was working on the angler's reputation. And again, I made 1,000,000 gold. So how many tokens is that? That's 3 WoW tokens. 1,000,000 gold is roughly like 3 WoW tokens. Okay, and they actually have 1.2 million now. Okay, so they kind of backed off on leveling things. Now I'm just fishing to level up in each zone. So here's the issue. Some people are talking about, well, let's go down to Hearthsteel outrage. First, um, putting 99% of the product in the base purchase and 1% in the shop means you're getting a worse product than 100% base. Um, First of all, you do understand that as this person makes assertion, take an extreme hike. Um, People concerned with spending a little bit of possible. So I asked this yesterday. Having a subscription price take an extreme hike to $25 to $30 per month. That again, that is increased the price to combat inflation. 16.99 a month. Let's just say it's 16.99, and that's with taxes or whatever. That's what you pay. Is not equal out to. Sorry, it's 15 per month. That does not. Um, that doesn't keep up with the inflation. The price for our sub is here. Inflation is up here. Okay. So would you rather have a price hike on our subscriptions and there be no shop? No shop. Okay. Or would you rather have a shop? Or would you rather the game be free to play and then go back to 40% of everything on the shop? Or the game is not, again, so this guy makes a good point here. 100% of the game available at $15 per month, and eventually 0% of the game will be available because it will not grow and it will not be sustainable. Again, a subscription is still costing the original 2004 cost. The inflation's up here. They've lost money because of inflation. And eventually that if the inflation continues, which it probably will, because hey, that's the economy, the game won't be able to sustain itself, and they'll either raise the price as well to keep up, they'll add more cash shop items, you know, or they'll go free to play and they'll say 100% is all in the shop. And you can say, well, that'll kill World of Warcraft. No, it won't. If this game went free to play tomorrow, there would be millions of people jumping on it because everybody who plays a free to play MMO is playing Trove, Roadblock, whatever that stupid ass shit's called, with shittier graphics. So they move on to a better graphics game, which World of Warcraft is better, and they'll play it for free. So, and they will pay the cash stop. Okay, Star Wars: The Old Republic is free, but with the option of a sub. World of Warcraft is free up to level 20 with the option of a sub. Okay, so again, you are not paying a subscription. They've lost money. Okay, Blizzard has lost millions of dollars due to inflation because they have not updated their price of their sub. So if you want your sub to go up $10 or more a month per subscription, okay, I pay four. I pay for 4 subs a month. Okay, you know how much that would be? Just at least $10 extra, right? That's $40 a month on top of $15 a month per sub I pay now. Instead of paying $55 a month right now for 4 subscriptions. I think it is. Let's see, $60 a month. Oh my gosh, I'm totally bad at math. $15 times 4. $60. Going up to $100, that's $40 extra. I don't want to pay $40 extra a month. I don't. I would rather Blizzard keep the $15 per month sub and put less than 1% of housing items onto the new currency and just buy the currency with gold. End of story, end of problem, no problem here. So asmongold, what would you rather? What would you want Blizzard to do? Update the sub to the current market price, which is $25 to $30 per month, and have no shop? I don't want to pay for that. I would much rather other people pay for that. The shop, when you buy on the shop, people, you're not just buying an item on the shop. What you're doing is you're paying for my loss of inflation rate between 2004 and now. You're paying that for me by paying Blizzard to buy this cosmetic item. So I don't have to. You're keeping my bill down by buying the shop item. That's how I'm looking at it. You are literally paying my inflation cost. When you buy stuff off the shop, you're paying my inflation cost. And I'm okay with that. You know why? Because those items you're paying real life money for, I can go buy it with in-game gold. So not only are you keeping my costs low, but I'm also able to get the same items you are by using in-game gold. Again, buy the WoW token, convert it to the new um, Hearthsteel, get what item you need or items. Okay. The other situation is uh, is that when you buy an item off the shop, you only buy one, and I think that's kind of shitty. You should be able to dupe the item, or it's a cosmetic, so and it's a stationary cosmetic that not everybody is going to see. Those items should be 10 cents a tree, right? Or $1 for these trees. I'll show you them right now. The trees. So these is what you can get. So $1 for these trees, and you can just dupe four of each kind, because they look kind of the same. Maybe they're not, but or this, maybe they're just the same tree. You can make four of these trees or eight of these trees when you buy one, or they should just unlock and you can create as many cherry blossom trees as you want. That would be the better solution when it comes to in the out of game, yeah, out of game items on the store. If you do buy it on the store, you should be able to create a certain amount, like five or six, or you should be able to just automatically create as many as you need for your home. So if I want all of my lamps to look like this, it should let me buy the lamp and be able to just place it however many I need in the home. That would be the best course for Blizzard to do. But there is nothing wrong with having an in-game currency, an out-of-game currency like this when you can purchase it with in-game gold. My only issue is integrating the shop into World of Warcraft. You ruin, Blizzard, if you watch this, you're ruining the immersion of the video game by integrating the shop into WoW and having us see that in the game while we're playing. You're ruining the immersion. I don't look at WoW the same way. In WoW, my character has his own personality. He does his own things. There are things he wouldn't do. There are things he would do. Yada yada yada. Kind of like a D&D character. I'm not that big of an RPer, but that's how I look at the game. I'm immersed in it. When you take away that immersion, it kind of sucks for people, especially role players. And I don't think that that is the best course. I think it's a shitty move, actually. I'm not so much mad at the different type of currency. I'm mad that you integrated it into World of Warcraft. When you open up the housing thing, when you open it up, you can see it, and that is my main problem. Okay, I don't think you should do that. But I do think that if James buys a tree, I should be able to make as many trees as I want, or you should give me like a set amount, like 8 trees. Okay. Okay. Um, so that's my take on it. I don't, less than 1%. I don't see that as a problem. My only opinion on the matter is when they say things like this. Blizzard has asserted that only a small fraction of the order come from the shop, while housing items tied to core player race or class fantasy won't be sold. You fucked up on it, Blizzard. These trees are Pandaren. Not this, but this. These cherry blossom trees are Pandaren items. Those should be Pandaren items purchasable off of a vendor, not off the shop. So that makes me mad. That makes me mad. And integrating the shop into World of Warcraft to ruin the immersion. That's what makes me mad. I don't care about the currency because I can buy as much as I want with in-game gold. So the talk of, oh my god, the world is ending, Asmongold. Oh, I hate it. Oh, use your fucking gold for it. It's not hard, and you ain't gotta pay nothing. If they were forcing you to only be able to purchase this with your wallet, you would 100% have my vote. You would see me be the first person to jump in on the forums and bitch about it. But the fact that you can buy this stuff with in-game currency, your bitching is invalid. Boom. Invalid. Sorry. And you're never going to convince me otherwise. And don't sit here and say, well, you're just using Asmongold's name to get more clicks. I don't have anything to gain. I don't make money on any of this intranet crap. I don't make money doing this. I don't make money streaming to Twitch. I do it so maybe I can talk to people, okay? Because sadly to say, being a nurse, right, is kind of lonely. I go and take care of patients. I come home, okay? It's not something that it's fun. It's like World of Warcraft. It's supposed to be fun. All in all, I make videos to have fun. You know, if you're not gonna like my videos, you're not gonna like my videos. If you do, great. I will try to make a video a week, one video a week. The only reason why I'm making so many is because everybody's bitching about this Hearthsteel crap, and they don't have any leg to stand on because you can buy it with in-game gold. I don't see the problem here. Now, if you're one of these people that are like, well, I pay a subscription and I want all of this stuff to be in the game for free, and you should never have a shop, well, sorry to say this, then if that's how you want it, then Blizzard absolutely should raise everyone's subscription up to $30 a month. At which point, you'll piss me off because you just made my bill increase when all they had to do was make a shop, tie a couple of pixels into it, and make other people pay for that inflation money loss that they've lost and won't raise my bill. I don't want my bill raised. I'm willing to be okay with an in-game shop, a shop, and have there to be optional items you can purchase with real life money or gold. I'd much rather that than my subscription base price to be raised on every account I have. And you want to talk about inflation? Well, how much was an expansion back in the day? $40. How much is the expansion now? $49.99. That's the base. That's a $10 increase. That doesn't even keep up to inflation. You want to know what Blizzard should do then if you want everything in the game as well? They need to increase the cost of the expansion from $49.99 to $79.99. Base. Then they'll recoup their losses and they will catch up with inflation. And I don't want either of those things to happen. So shop and items that I can purchase with in-game gold, they're in. And that's why I like it. That keeps my subscription and my expansion pack bill prices lower. If you don't agree with that, I'm sorry. If you do, cool. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and I will try to answer every day. I work tomorrow, so I will not be here to answer any questions. But I will try to. Maybe on my lunch I will. And that's it. Thank you for watching.